What's up, you movie collecting psychotics, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer. And in this video, well, we're going to do a movie haul, but it's going to be centered on the Vinegar Syndrome catalog that I picked up recently. A whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know what sales they were from. Some were just pre-orders that finally came in, and some were subscriber day or week sale that went on. So it's been holding for a while, and it finally shipped, finally got to me, and I believe there's 9 different editions in this video, with some have multiple movies on each edition, but a really awesome stuff, a whole eclectic style of genres, and I believe almost most of them are going to be like first-time buys that I know really little to nothing about, but looked really interesting and intriguing to me, so I had to pick them up. But let's jump in and check out this mad haul that I have for you guys. First up is, it looks very interesting. It looks like it's a kind of slasher film from the 80s, I believe. But, oh, it's from the 70s. My goodness. Way off. 1973. But it looks like, I guess it's a precursor to the slashers. But it has the same kind of story or plot that a lot of them have, where something bad happens and years later somebody comes back for revenge. Classic story. It is The Severed Arm, and I went with the alternate slipcover art. I think this one's a lot cooler. But yeah, this one looks like a hell of a lot of fun. I guess it centers around a story of these campers that get trapped in a cave, and they have to survive by eating somebody. So they choose to cut off this guy's arm, and right after they do it, I guess they get rescued. So years go by, and somebody's out for revenge. You assume it's going to be the guy with the missing arm, because the killer is chopping off people's limbs. And it kind of goes along that route, is what the story seems to be doing. Looks really awesome, really intriguing. Just a low-budget kind of horror splatterfest. I'm looking forward to checking this one out. And I'm kind of taken aback that it was from the 70s, because it does seem like an 80s plot. But The Severed Arm, hell yeah, looking forward to checking that one out. But let's move it on to another slasher film, but I think this one has got to be from the 80s. And this is 1988. So 1988 on this one, a slasher film based around a holiday, I guess. I think it is. Or maybe not. It's just a campground. But it is called Memorial Valley Massacre. I almost thought it was Memorial Day Massacre. I was like, oh, it's a Memorial Day horror film. How intriguing. But it looks like it's just a valley that they're in. But from the looks of it, and from the trailer that I was able to check out on Vinegar Syndrome's YouTube page, it looks like the killer is just some kind of primate caveman that lives in the area. I don't know if it's just a wild person, but it's just going around hacking people up during their little picnics and stuff. Looks insane. Very, very low budget and cheesy. Like I said, late 80s, so by that time there was just a lot of silly slasher films at that point. But enjoyable and entertaining nonetheless. And never seen this one, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what it has to offer the genre. I don't know how keen I am on a wild caveman kind of person running around killing people, but looks like the cast of people that are getting killed are the stereotypical nerds and jocks and bimbos and stuff like that. So it'll be entertaining and a lot of fun. Just don't know much about it, but if you've seen it, let me know. But next up is a movie that actually looks really damn good, and for some reason it's always past my radar. I've never gotten a chance to actually see it or own it, but I figured I would remedy that with this sale and picked it up, and it is Fade to Black. Really, really interesting looking movie that I don't really know anything about the story. I've just seen stills, and I know one of the actors, I believe he played somebody in the original It TV movie. But yeah, it looks really, really interesting, and it's the 1980s. But yeah, Fade to Black. Just like I said, I don't really know anything about it. It kind of passed me by, but hoping to check it out and see what it's all about, because I've heard good things, just don't know much about it. But yeah, Fade to Black. But up next is an 80s slasher that looks like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I picked up a lot of slashers in this one. I've been wanting to get my slasher shelf behind me filled out. Right now it is slasher movies all the way from here to here. So it's almost a full length. They still got a little bit more to go over here, but yeah, that's a lot of slasher movies I got up there. But I'm going to be adding a lot more because of this, so I got to make more room. I do have a little space down there, but that's going to be filled up even more with stuff. I keep retooling stuff and trying to get more space out of things, combining stuff, so it's an endless journey. But this one is Rush Week, to get back to the topic of the video. Rush Week looks amazing. Pretty much, I don't know the story on it, but it pretty much is a college slasher where looks like it's a fraternity or something having Rush Week and people are getting knocked off. Looks like a lot of fun, wacky characters like the traditional slasher fare has. But yeah, this one's in 1989. Man, it's hard to see. Yep, 1989. The very tail end of the 80s slashers. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. A lot of interesting like color palettes too in this one from the stills that I've been able to see in the trailer I watched. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out for sure. But yeah, that's Rush Week. Don't know much about it, but it looks fun. But up next is, oh, this one's very intriguing because I've never really heard of it before, but I'm a sucker for like 60s sci-fi. Especially kind of the retro sci-fi, things like that. But it's very odd looking from the trailer and from the stills. I really can't peg the film down. I don't know what to expect from it, but I had to pick it up. It's a brand spanking new release. I had it on pre-order, and then they sent it out once all my other stuff came. But it is the Terrornauts, and I don't know anything about it, but it does look intriguing. Very, very strange. I don't even really know what the story is. I kind of just really, literally blind bought it just because the cover art and just the trailer is which kind of sold me. But 1967 on this one. It looks like some scientists that travel to different worlds and interact with different creatures and alien beings, and I don't know. It looks insane, but like most of these ones, a lot of fun. So definitely looking forward to seeing what it's all about. If anyone's seen this before or has picked up this copy, let me know what your experiences are with it. But let's move it on to some more great stuff. This one is a Spanish collection of films. I already own one of the movies, and I don't know if I've seen one of the other three. But it is, well, it doesn't even have a title. It's just a bunch of movies. So it is Curse of the Devil, The Demon Child, and The Vampire's Night Orgy, which I believe I reviewed on this channel. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's on the channel if you want to search it and check it out. I know I've watched it and I own it back there. Very, very awesome film. Very atmospheric with a really cool like old world town that these characters all find themselves in that's controlled by vampires. Awesome stuff. Definitely recommend it. But Curse of the Devil, I have not seen that one. It's always been an out of print movie that I've been trying to get into the collection, but finally they came out with a new version of it on Blu-ray, and yeah, I don't even know if I have all the Paul Naschy films in the collection. I think I pretty much almost do now at this point, but there's probably some elusive ones that are hard to find. But I'm looking forward to checking that one out because I love his werewolf movies and just any of his movies in general. The guy really loves the genre of horror and just goes wild with it. But yeah, I don't know anything about Demon Witch Child. I'm assuming it's a Exorcist kind of Spanish take on it. But yeah, I recommend the Vampire's Night Orgy. Very, very awesome. Curse of the Devil, I'm probably going to be reviewing that one in the future. And Demon Wish Child, I have no idea what to expect with that one. The Exorcist ripoffs are usually hit and miss with me. But yeah. And it's really, it really threw me off. Like, all the disc art is exactly the same for each one. So I don't know why they didn't do separate ones. Because that's kind of confusing and annoys me for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just a stickler for details, but yep, really awesome looking set with some cool Spanish movies. Yeah, don't really know which one to start with this one, but I'll probably do Curse of the Devil just because it's what I've been wanting to check out for a while. But awesome collection, and was one of those ones I instantly pre-ordered when I saw it was available. Let's move it on to, I don't know anything about this movie. I don't know if it's a slasher movie. Came out in 1980, and maybe it's a creature feature film in LA where people are fighting this creature thing, but I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome. It's called Scared to Death, and it came with a slip cover here, and I'm trying to see. I think it's all, there's nothing too nude in here, but it's all illustrations. Grow up, YouTube algorithm, Jesus. But yeah, I don't know what to expect from this one, but it definitely looks 80s and cheesy and fun. And I remember from the trailer, just watching it really briefly, that's kind of what intrigued me and wanted me to order it in the first place. But Scared to Death. Don't know anything about this one, but looks fun. Let me know if you've seen it or know anything about it. But let's move it on to probably, well, the craziest movie title in all of this collection here so far. It looks fun. I wasn't too sure about ordering it, but then I read the synopsis for it and it sold me. But let me tell you what it is. It is Rabid Grannies. And my God, look at that cover. It looks insane. Almost like a trauma film on acid with crazy grandmas that are rabid, zombie creatures, demons, if you will. And from that premise, I didn't really, I mean, from just the stills and things like that, I didn't know what to really expect. I wasn't too intrigued, but then I read the synopsis of it, and it's almost like a slasher movie of kids stuck in a mansion with these rabid grannies. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. I love that setup. So I immediately ordered it, and I'm hoping to really enjoy it. I mean, for alone, just the weird practical effects are going to sell me on it, but I'm interested to see what it's all really about. It's just a crazy concept of rabid grannies, but it is a fun one nonetheless. And I'm going to be honest, I might have even seen this one way back in the day in college. We watched a lot of crazy shit. A lot of it gets overtaken in my memories and forgotten of the details, but we could have rented it on VHS even. Who knows? But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out on this pretty pristine looking transfer for a movie that probably doesn't deserve that pristine of a transfer, but who knows. But let's move it on to the last batch of films here. It is the last one with 2 movies on it. Hong Kong action supernatural combos that looked like a hell of a lot of fun, with Chow Yun-fat in one of them, I believe. I don't think he's in the other one. Wait, he might be in both. I don't think so. Maybe he's just in one. But no, he's in both. Holy shit. It is The Seventh Curse, and the other one is called Witch from Nepal. And I'm not a fan of the artwork, and either slipcover artwork was kind of to me. But yeah, I was sold by the trailer and just the action aspects of it. It looked awesome. So I was like, hell yeah, I got to get this one and pick it up before it gets too expensive and out of print and things like that. That's always the fear of mine, is that there's movies I'd like to pick up, but do you wait for a sale on it, or is it going to go out of print? And I figured with this one, I didn't want to risk it going out of print or going up in price and having scalpers kind of screw with you on that end. So I just picked it up because I definitely need it. I have a whole collection of Asian oddities and stuff like that, and Asian horror over here. So this will go down there nicely. But yeah, I don't know anything other than the trailer that I've seen from it, and it just looked crazy, wacky supernatural action from Hong Kong. So definitely had to pick it up. And yeah, Golden Harvest put this one out, so that's always a seal of amazing stuff ahead. But yeah, that's my Vinegar Syndrome order that I was waiting on for like forever. But it finally came, and now I've got other stuff that I'm waiting for that I'm excited about. There's just so many things and so many stuff down here I still need to show off. It's almost bordering on ludicrous at this point of how many movies that I've been able to pick up over the last couple years, I guess, is where I really started ramping it up. It is overwhelming because I never know what to watch, but I've been watching a whole bunch of shit lately. A good shit, not that shit, but a whole bunch of good stuff that I've just been going through one by one and kind of knocking them out and just enjoying them without having to write a review or showcase it. So it kind of sucks for you guys because you don't get to see it, but I'm possibly even thinking of doing a new segment where I just talk briefly about what I watched, just to get a brief rundown and what I thought of it. Just to get more stuff out there for you guys, because the main purpose of the channel is to showcase movies that nobody sees, or just show stuff that people might want to pick up or see for themselves. So it's more about a show and tell kind of thing to let you guys know what's interesting out there and kind of catalog things so we don't get lost in all this awesome genre stuff that we are really blessed with, because back in the day it was really hard to get awesome movies in your collection. We had like a few hand-picked stuff of like Anchor Bay was out there, but and Blue Underground, but nothing like the wealth of riches that we have now in this day and age. Like, people say physical media is dying. I've never had more awesome things to be excited about coming out in physical media than at this moment. It's just like a non-stop of movies I've never even heard of or knew existed. So it's just an awesome time to be alive if you're a movie collector of kind of genre films. But I don't know why I'm ranting on this, but yeah, that's it. That's the video. So hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, like and subscribe. Put a comment below. Love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you at the next Lucid Nightmare. See ya.